Hello, welcome children. Today we'll be studying class 6 biology. We'll be touching chapter 4, the digestive system. And in the digestive system, we'll be learning about food, nutrients, and the human digestive system. Today we will be learning the part 1 portion. Before we have digestive system, or we undergo digestive system, we have to know what is food. So today we will be learning about food. What is food? So food. Food is anything that we eat or drink. Drink is called food. So, if you look here, anything that we normally drink, anything that we normally eat, like this is a cake we eat, together, whatever we drink, whatever we eat, this is what we call food. So, children, food is what we eat or drink. Now, what is the function or functions of food? What do food do for us? Or what happens when we eat food? Number one, food provides us energy. That means the strength that we need. Number two, food helps us in growth. Today, from small to being tall and grown up, we eat food and we grow. Number three, the function of food is food helps us repair and replace damaged cells. Damaged cells. Number four, food helps protect us from diseases. Food protects us from diseases. Then, food maintains body temperature. So, we see these are some of the major functions. We can also write food transport nutrients. So, we see that food provides us energy, food helps us in growth, food helps us repair and replace damaged cells, protect us from diseases or germs, maintain body temperature, and transport nutrients in our body. So we have learned the functions of food. Now we will learn about nutrients. By saying nutrients, what is nutrients? In short, energy rich substances which help us in body functions are called nutrients. Let us try to say it together. Energy-rich substances which help us in body functions. Our body do lot of things, lot of functions. That is done with the energy provided by nutrients. Nutrient is two types. One is macronutrients. Macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients means those food we eat in large amount or large quantity. The food we eat in large quantity or the food our body needs in large quantity are called macronutrients. Under macronutrients, you have three examples. Carbohydrates. Then we have fats. We are very familiar with it. Then we have proteins. Then under micronutrients, micronutrients mean the food we need less but very much important for body functions. Like example, like vitamins. Then minerals. We eat them very less, but they are very much necessary in our body. So now we will talk about these three macronutrients today. Number one is carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates. What is carbohydrates? Nutrients made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, which form glucose. And see, those food which have carbon, hydrogen and oxygen which form glucose are called carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are two types. Number one is simple carbohydrates. What are simple carbohydrates? Now, let us see the example I have here. I have displayed for you some. We have glucose, we have milk, we have sugar, jaggery, we commonly call gur, honey, and ripe fruits. These food items belongs to simple carbohydrates. They are glucose, fats, honey, ripe fruits, any ripe fruits which are sweet, then sugar. These are simple carbohydrates. Now we go to complex carbohydrates. Now, by saying complex, it means big. We need to eat more. For example, which are the complex carbohydrates we normally eat? Let us see. We are very familiar with what we call rice or chawal. Rice. Then wheat, which is flour. Then the famous one, potato. Then sweet potato. If you see this item, every day we have these things in our menu. So these are complex carbohydrates. So what is the function of carbohydrates? Functions means uses. We'll be writing down 3 functions. When we eat this food or this nutrient, what do we get? Number 1, they provide energy. Energy means strength to do body activity. Number 2, they keep the body warm. I mean, warm means temperature. Then, last but not the least, they form glucose. So, whenever we eat carbohydrates, we get energy and our body temperature become warm, and also they form glucose in our body. So I hope you are familiar with carbohydrates. Now, we will go to fats. Fats. Every one of us like to eat rich food, tasty food, which are mostly fats. So, let us write fats. What are fats? Nutrients made up of, like carbohydrates, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are a bit similar with carbohydrates, but form fatty acids and provide more energy than our carbohydrates. So let us study the types of carbohydrates. Types of fats, Types of fats. Number 1, fats we get from plants. So we write plant fats. Plant fats means those food or those fats we get from plants. Let us see. I have displayed for you some. If you go to your mother's kitchen in your home, you will have like this. We are familiar with peanuts, we call it badam, cashew nuts, ground nuts. We are familiar with this, coconut. Then, which your mommy uses, mustard oil, any oil. Then we have lentils. This is also what is called plant fats from plants. So these and more are there in your kitchen. If you look at your mother's kitchen, you will see those are the fats we have from plants. Then we go to animal fats. Those fats which we like very much in the kitchen and we are very much familiar, including, I have displayed for you some of them. See, you'll be familiar with them. Let's see here. Our favorite ghee is animal fats, which are from milk, cow milk. Then we have fish, which we like very much. Then we have meat, which are animal fats from animal. Then eggs, including the butter that you use at home. These food items together form animal fats. So I hope you know now what you eat at home, which are from animals, are animal fats. Then further let us go. When we eat fats, what does fats do for us? Means functions. Functions of fats. When we say function of fats, Fats, number one, provide energy like carbohydrates. More than carbohydrates, they provide energy, right? Then they help in body insulation. Means they make the body very warm. They protect us from cold. That is called insulation. And from the definition, they form fatty acids. So, we know now the three uses or functions of fats: provide us energy when we are weak to work, then protect us from cold, keep our body warm, then also they help to form fatty acids in our body. I hope you understood what is fats by now. Further, we'll go to the last part of today's lesson, that is called protein. Protein, nutrients made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc., which form amino acids. This word amino acids may be new to you, but I welcome you to learn this new beautiful word, amino acids. So, whenever nutrients which are made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and more like phosphorus, they form amino acids. They are called protein. Then protein is two types, like that of fats. One is called plant protein or plant proteins. By saying plant proteins, if you have visited your mother's kitchen when she cooked, you will be familiar with this type of food items. Number one is milk. Then you will have your dal, chana dal, what we commonly call. Then you will have these beautiful beans. Then we have soya bean, which we normally eat with potatoes. Then we have our dal, which is very common dal in our kitchen. Then we have beans, including these days we have this common stick called drumstick. These are all from plants, and they are from plants, so we call them as plant proteins. Now we go to animal proteins. The name itself says animal protein means those type of protein from animals. They are very familiar and similar with that of our fats. So again we repeat them. The same thing that you have used in fats, they are meat, fishes, milk, egg, and butter. There are many more. So these together they form your animal protein. I hope you understood now what is animal protein. Let us learn the functions of proteins. Means what does protein do? Number one, protein builds the body. By saying builds the body, your body grows, your body becomes fat. So that is done by the help of protein. Number two, protein help in growth. Children, you all grow. Today you grow because you eat protein. And you see, your mother always provide you dal and protein so that you grow strong, you grow fast. Then, protein also help in replacement and repair of worn out cells. Our body sometimes get damaged. When it is damaged, again it get healed. Again it become okay. That is due to the help of protein. Then protein form amino acids. So today we have learned, or we have seen, the different functions or uses of protein. It builds body, it helps in growth, it replaces and repairs worn out cells, and it forms amino acids. So before we close up today's lesson, I would like to give you some questions that you will try answering them with reference to what I have taught and what I have explained today. So please write down the questions so that you can try them at home and make it as a note for yourself. This is the task for you to write. Question number 1. What is food? Sometimes we call define food. Then question number 2. What are the functions of food? Question number 3. Define nutrients. Name its classes. You can also write types. Question 4. Give examples of macronutrients. Question 5. Give 3 functions of carbohydrates. Number 2, fats. Number 3, proteins. So these are the few questions with reference to today's lesson you will try to solve it. Hope I have made the things clear to you, and by now hope whenever you see a food you can classify or differentiate what is carbohydrates, what is fats, and what is protein. That's all for today. Thank you for hearing me out. Have a blessed time, keep safe, and please do study at home. Thank you.